Hi, I'm Meredith Sasseen, and we're here at Wanderlust Oahu. I'm here with Eoin Finn. Eoin, you have one of the most fun yoga classes here. It's Blissology. It's all about bringing the positive vibration, keeping things up and happy and alive. People are leaving your class bright-eyed and full of life and really connected to each other. One of the things that sometimes happens is people say, oh, that happy yoga, that's too much prana. What's happening with really grounding and the apana? There's a shadow side. How are you integrating that and balancing such joy with your students?
I'm just really clear on what I'm trying to present out in the world. And I'm really trying to create a social movement that just breaks down the barriers between us all. And I think Mother Teresa says it best when she says the problem with humans is that we forget we belong to each other. And I just add one more thing to that and go, the problem is also that we forget we belong to the earth. And what I'm trying to do is to bring about more connection, more space for dialogue to really talk about what's going on. And that includes the sorrows. We need more forums. I mean, really, all around the world, people met in circles and talked about their big issues. And what's happening more is we're living in apartments and driving in traffic, and we're creating a world of isolation. And as we get more isolated, the therapy increases. And what I'm trying to do is actually diminish our need for therapy and increase our time of real connection with each other in a community and with nature. But the sorrow is a big part of it. Even the Blissology logo is a big circle. Part of it is actually a teardrop, and the other part is a flame. The symbol actually represents those two forces merging, and there's a white circle in the middle representing, we're calling it stillness, but sometimes I call it the mystical experience of unity, that unity consciousness where we're all connected. And so whether it's with great joy or great sorrow, it leads to this path. And it's not all good. We see these smiles on people all the time, and we think, oh my God, they're happy and I'm not, what's gone wrong with me? But even the most smiley person has deep, deep issues in their tissues. And yoga is about helping to release them. And in a community, we need to bring them out into a forum and let them really flow through us. Sometimes, even in our yoga classes, we try and acknowledge this. And we end not just with Om, but sometimes we end with a wolf howl also, because I learned this from my dad. I grew up in the wilderness in Canada, and he said, you got a wolf howl, like when I was young. And when I listen to wolves howling, I don't know if they're celebrating, or I don't know if they're lamenting, but if I had to describe life to a Martian or someone from another planet, I would play them a wolf howl, because it is pain, and it is sorrow, but it's great joy also. And even when you feel grief, you miss someone. But really, when you get behind the missing and the sorrow behind there is a love that binds us. And our work is to be an agent of that love. And can we really let our griefs and sorrows light us up to that loving, connected pathway, whatever you want to call it? And so I'm totally clear that Carl Jung says it best maybe, we become enlightened not by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious.
Thank you so much for reminding us of that community of belonging here at Wanderlust.
It's good.
Yeah, really appreciate it. We'd love to see you here next year. So if you haven't marked it on your calendar, go ahead and check out Wanderlust Oahu 2015. I'm Meredith Sasseen. This is Eoin Finn, and you're watching Yoga News TV.